What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shalisa if you're new here, and today I wanted to take you all along with me on my random last minute trip to Mexico City. There's a story behind why we decided to go to Mexico City at the last minute, and I will be sharing with you all that later on in this video. But to kick off our day, we hopped on a plane from Norfolk and headed to Mexico City, y'all. And we had a quick little layover in the ATL Atlanta, but the layover wasn't too bad after we hung out in the lounge, had some breakfast, and then hopped back on our second plane. Now, after we landed in Mexico City, we immediately went to our hotel, which we stayed at the Andes in the Condesa area. And oh my gosh, this hotel was lovely and phenomenal. This was our second time staying in the Andes. The first time was in Savannah, Georgia. And I can say the Andes Hotel has not disappointed us thus far. The hotel is very beautiful. It's modernly decorated. It's a brand new hotel, and it's conveniently located in Mexico City. Now, once we dropped off our stuff in the hotel, we had to hit the ground running because we had a Mezcal and taco tour booked for that afternoon. And without a doubt, hands down, this is a must if you are visiting Mexico City. This tour was probably the best tour I've ever taken on a vacation. Every taqueria that we went to was delicious. Our tour guide was extremely knowledgeable, and we also got to see a few popular and familiar sites throughout the city as well. It is such a great tour. I cannot stop raving about it, and everything was so delicious. Now, after our tour, we didn't really want to go to bed just yet. After our taco and mezcal tour, we headed up to the rooftop bar of our hotel at the Andes, and we had a couple of drinks, which were delicious. Now, to kick off day 2 of our trip, we started our day off with a proper breakfast at this beautiful cafe that had nice outdoor seating and a good view of the plaza. All the food was delicious, and we enjoyed everything. The pancakes were really fluffy, and my dish had a nice little spicy kick to it. I really enjoyed it. Now, after breakfast, we went on a walk. We needed to get some pesos, so we walked to the nearest exchange, and it was really cool just to see the city. So once we exchanged our money and got some pesos, we went to the Palacio de Bellas Artes. Forgive me for my pronunciation, y'all. And that was our first main stop for the day. The art was really interesting and beautiful. They had some very interesting exhibits. At the time when we visited this museum, they had 3 exhibits that were available. If you wanted to take pictures on a camera, you had to pay for a camera pass. I just used my iPhone, and there's no issues with using your iPhone and no extra charge. While the exhibits were really beautiful, for us personally, the most beautiful thing was the building itself. There was a rooftop cafe right across the street that you're able to get just an amazing view of the building, and also get some good snacks and a nice beverage to, quench your thirst on a nice hot sunny day in Mexico City, y'all. Once we were done at the cafe, we continued walking around the city. We went to the historical center of Mexico City. We also walked to Chinatown, which is really close in proximity. Day 2 was our day to really do some self-exploring before we did another tour, and so we did a lot of walking, y'all. After our walk in the historic district and Chinatown, we caught an Uber to this beautiful, amazing park, which is the largest park in Mexico City. I think it's even larger than Central Park in New York City. So it was a really big park. And we walked around until we got to the Chapultepec Castle. This castle is so breathtaking, y'all. It is so beautiful. During our visit to this castle, we ended up running into this man from New York City who was traveling to Mexico City during his off summer break from teaching in New York, and he had recently just come back from a trip from Paris, and he compared this castle to the Chateau de Versailles in Paris. So needless to say, if you're going to be in Mexico City, this is another gem that you have to visit. So y'all, we have been ripping and running since we touched down to Mexico City. So I haven't really had the opportunity to sit down and talk to y'all like face to face and give you a little story time on why we're even here in Mexico City. Long story short, the Navy made me miss my Beyonce concert. So I bought tickets to the Renaissance concert that was gonna happen in Frankfurt, Germany, like months ago. As soon as the European leg of her concert went on sale, I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning in Virginia looking and buying tickets. So I ended up getting one ticket to the show, which, mind you, Ticketmaster, hot mess. I feel like I significantly overpaid for my ticket. I read articles and I saw other like TikTokers and people who purchased tickets for her Renaissance concert in Europe. And like I'm seeing people that I know like having floor seats, like they in Club Renaissance. And I've seen and read other articles where people like got floor seats, Club Renaissance seats, and paid like $100, $200. I paid $500 for my tickets. They were good seats, but they were not on the floor. I was not in Club Renaissance, but I just wanted to go to the concert. I really, really, really loved her album. So I really, really, really wanted to go to her concert. Like I listened to her album like once a week. And I was sad. And of course, I've been talking about we're moving to Italy. And so the idea was I'm going to buy tickets for her Europe leg. And we were already going to be in Italy. The Frankfurt concert is like her second to last concert in Europe. So it was like, bet, we're going to be there. Not a problem. Then comes the BS with getting no-fee passports, with getting visas, with getting, medical stuff. If you all have been following my channel and you've been watching some of my other videos, you have heard me vent and share with you all just the delay and how long it just takes to move overseas as a military family. And so we had originally thought we were going to be in Italy end of April. We're still here in Virginia. And we eventually did get our tickets. We are heading to Italy. It is coming, y'all. And like the next video or two, probably the next 2 videos from now, it will be like my official we are wheels up flying to Italy video. But we are slated to go to Italy a few days after when my concert was gonna happen. And I was holding on every bit of hope. Once we got our visas was like the last thing we needed in order to book our tickets. I was holding on hope that I would make the concert, and my husband came and broke the news to me that it wasn't gonna happen. And because I'm not working at the moment in time, because we're moving overseas, I couldn't foot the bill to just be like, you know what, F it, I'm gonna pay for my own flight, go to the concert by myself and make it. Like I can't do that. So in order to make up for my heartbreak of missing the Beyonce concert, my husband was like, let's just take a quick trip. And I decided I wanted to go to Mexico City, y'all. I've heard great things about Mexico City. I am truly, truly, truly dead set on once we leave the military world, we'll create a home base somewhere overseas, somewhere outside of America. And Mexico City is one of the places that we've talked about. So in order to eventually make that decision, it was like, we got to actually go there and kind of see it. And so far it's been fun. It's been an experience. It's been hot. It's been hard to breathe, but it's been good, y'all. Been good. And today has been a busy day. I'm tired. I'm drained. I feel dirty. I want to take a bath, but I'm not yet. I am going to take one tonight, but I'm not yet because we're just going to go out. So that is my story time. I wanted to share with you all that. That is the reason why I ran away to Mexico City. So let's go get some drinks and eat some good food. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. By the time we went back out after a long day of walking, I was tired, but I was not gonna miss a night out on the town, and we ended up going to Handshake for the evening, which is a speakeasy, and they had some very interesting cocktails, all delicious. One of the cocktails used a shiitake mushroom as a garnish and was a play on an old fashioned. Another cocktail, I lie to you not, y'all, one cocktail I drank infused blue cheese in the cocktail. Super delicious, super delicious. And to close out our evening, we ended up going back to our hotel and just grabbing some quick nibbles on the rooftop. The food wasn't anything to write home about, but the drinks were good. On our second full day in Mexico City, we decided to take a tour that got us outside of the hustle and bustle of the city. Our first stop in the tour was at this jeweler's shop where he made jewelry for the Titanic and for Romeo and Juliet. We got to see him make a customized piece in front of us, which was really cool. And we got to shop. After that, we went to the town of Coyoacan, where Frida's museum was, and this was probably my favorite place in Mexico City. It was very low-key and beautiful. We visited the oldest church of Mexico City, and it was breathtaking, y'all. Eventually, we made our way to the Frida Museum, and videos were not allowed, so I got some great pictures for you all, but it's definitely a must if you're going to be visiting Mexico. The third part of our tour was going to see the National University of Mexico, as well as going to see the Olympic Games Stadium. The last part of our tour, and actually the highlight of our tour, was taking a boat ride. These guys rode the boat themselves, and during this boat ride, we were able to order beer and margaritas and also have a private mariachi band perform for us.
La misma noche que mi amor cambiaste, también cortaste aquella penca. Te imaginaste que si la veías, pa' ti sería como una afrenta. No sé si creas las extrañas cosas que ven mis ojos, tal vez te asombre.
Once we were done with our tour, we headed back to the city and had dinner at this hip restaurant. The restaurant is really known for playing vinyl music, and the food was really delicious and the drinks were good too. I highly recommend visiting this spot if you're in Mexico City. It's in the Roma North section of the city. Now, to close out our trip, we had a proper breakfast at this beautiful cafe. They are kind of known for these unicorn frappes or unicorn lattes, which was really, really delicious. The croissants were good and everything we had was delicious, but it just helped us to kind of recap our trip and prepare for our flight. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had a blast, and I definitely know that I'll be returning back to Mexico City sometime in the future. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all, the next time I see you, I will be in Italy. Ciao.